We're the Shepherds, I'm Ruth.
And I'm Tom.
And today we're going to be cooking yoghurt with muesli and grilled pineapple.
Yeah, we like to grill our pineapples, so we'll just brush it with a bit of butter and brown sugar.
All right, so for the muesli, I put in, so rolled oats, they're the base of the muesli. So half a cup of rolled oats in there. And then I like to use a quarter of a cup of everything else, basically. So we've got some sultanas there. All right, so a quarter of a cup of the shredded coconut. A quarter of a cup of the pumpkin seeds. I always like to add a seed. And now for the hazelnuts, I just grab a quarter of a cup of the hazelnuts. And the same with macadamians, a quarter cup of macadamia nuts. And then add another tea towel on top. And we'll give them a bash. Perfect. They're uneven, that's what you want. You want the muesli to have crunch in it. Some bigger pieces and some smaller pieces. Give that a stir, mix that all through. Now before we put it in the oven, I'm going to add some honey. That's all going to mix together. That's going to caramelise in the oven, and probably a third a cup of honey. Give it a mix. Yep. All right, now put the contents of your bowl onto the plate. Just spread it out on the board so that it all cooks. The other thing I like to do here is just another little bit of honey, just a thin layer on top. All right, I'm just going to put the muesli in the oven. The oven should be at 180 temperature, and it goes for about 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. What you want is it to be nice and caramelised and brown.
So we've got a grill pan on a low-medium heat. We don't want it too hot, otherwise the pineapple will burn. We've got about 120 grams of butter, and we'll go in with a couple of heaped teaspoons of brown sugar and a little bit for luck. Our butter's melted now. Just pour that butter. We'll give them a bit of a mix, and they can just sit for a couple of minutes in the butter. Our pan's nice and hot, and our pineapple's ready to go on, so it's in that brown sugar and butter. So the pineapple won't take long at all. About 35 seconds, looking good.
All right, while Tom gets on with the pineapple, I'll make the yoghurt part of it. So you can use Greek yoghurt or any sort of sweet yoghurt, whatever yogurt you've got in there. So I do 2 cups of yoghurt. There's 1 cup. All go into a bowl so you can give it a nice mix. I like my yoghurt a little bit sweeter. You don't have to do this, but I just put a tablespoon of brown sugar to mix through there to make it a little bit sweeter. I also put the seeds of 1 vanilla pod. Just slice, lay it on the board, hold one end, slice all the way through the middle and tear that apart. Now what you want to do is you want to just lay it with the seeds facing up and go away from you. Scrape the end that isn't sharp along the bean and get all the seeds out, and then just put them into your bowl. Now just stir the sugar and the vanilla seeds through the yoghurt. Okay, so we've just got the muesli out the oven. We'll just let it cool down for 5 or 10 minutes. While that's cooling down, we'll start constructing the yoghurt and muesli. So you've got your yoghurt that you've mixed the vanilla beans and sugar in. Put that in the bowl first. Okay, now you've got your cooled muesli. As you can see, the sultanas have puffed up nicely. Put this into the middle of your yoghurt. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll grab our grilled pineapple. Now you've got some fresh berries that you've washed. Don't have to worry about where they fall. Okay, now we get some fresh passion fruit. Just chop them in half. So just scrape the pulp out. Just let it fall where it wants to. Perfect. We're the Shepherds, and this is our muesli and yoghurt. Enjoy.